hit there?
Nou, hier gaat het niet.
Oh, yep. It only just fits. Hang on.
That's how you do that.
Good morning. We are currently near Lake Songkul. Lake Songkul is very touristy area, so it's still all gravel roads leading up here, but very corrugated and crap. We're man of breath, packing up a tent. We're camping at 2,800 meters. I hadn't expected to notice the altitude yet, but the bikes are noticing it, and we are definitely noticing it. We're not out of breath from talking, but packing up, we do get out of breath pretty quickly. Yesterday we had a beautiful ride through what was on the map called a track, about 150 kilometers long, through a valley and up the Karakol Pass for 3,500 meters. I think that's the highest we've been yet with the bikes. My bike had issues getting up, but it was very steep, very rocky, so yeah, you couldn't really stop, you just had to floor it and go. But beautiful landscape. We arrived here yesterday. Dad was getting very tired from bouncing around on the bike, so we came off this little track. I went into this valley with all these yurts, and we camped. And just as we were about to put up the tent, this little kid and a donkey comes by, and he wants to look at the bikes, and he doesn't say much, he just sits around and looks. About 10 minutes later his dad comes by, and we ask if we can camp, and he says, yeah, sure. And he says to the kid, I think basically telling him, you should be looking after the sheep, not looking at the motorcyclists, so they go. And then I think the next hour or so they came past with horses, sheep, cows, they were all, and he was on a little donkey, his dad and big brother on a horse. And then later that night 2 kids came past on the donkey, and they saw the motorbikes, and then they started making motorbike noises on that donkey. Yeah, quite funny. But now we are going to Lake Songkul. We still have to climb the mountain to get up to Lake Songkul.